Alright fellas, we back now. I got the lid off of it here. Just got the carbon felt down in there, and it holds. I used a little cuppy thing here. It holds right at 3 tablespoons, even with the carbon felt in it. So it's got a good bit of fuel that it'll hold. We'll go ahead and light her up. Set the hot set on it and start our stopwatch again. The whole reason for trying the carbon felt is I think it's just going to be a mellow flame. So even though it's probably going to take longer to come to a boil, it'll be a softer flame. So I could do things like put a small pan over that and do like a pancake, fry an egg, you know, things where you don't need really intense heat, slower cooking, you know, things like that. I mean, make spaghetti if you want to, what have you. But just something I figured I'd try. I mean, you know, that's what it's all about, just experiment and see what's working. The other thing I'm going to try is whether or not the injector needle idea works, or if it's going to blow up in my hand when I try to shoot alcohol in there through the flame. So we'll see how this is going to go. We'll stop the film for right this minute. I'm going to get my needle and get some alcohol in it and everything, and see if my idea works. I have used the injector needle to shoot alcohol inside of like the bio stoves and stuff like that, but with that I'm just shooting enough alcohol in there to fill it back up a little bit, and I'm doing it in the cavity of the stove. I'm not actually doing it in the flame. So I don't know this. I mean, y'all might see a big fireball come out the end of my hand today. If you do, woohoo, well buddy. But let me stop this and I'll be back with y'all here in just a few minutes. Alright everybody, it's been a couple of minutes here, going on 3 minutes exactly, and you can see the flame is more subdued and gentle on that. It's still coming up around the sides a little bit because, I mean, the pot's about the same size as the stove, so it's going to come around the bottom somewhat, but it's not affecting it that much. You know, it's not killing me on time or anything like that. And of course with the windscreen around it, that'll mimic that down even more. So that's even better, but we're doing this without a windscreen or anything since I'm inside. I do have a fan going that's creating a little breeze, but nothing major. But we're going to let that boil on up here, and I'll be back with you in a minute, and then we'll see how we do on using my little Cajun injector needle setup I was talking about to actually add more alcohol to that. Alright, guys, 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and we have achieved an even harder rolling boil than what I had with the lid on it. So my thoughts on it, and you know, y'all correct me again if I'm wrong because I'm no engineer expert or nothing, but because I've got a wider flame pattern, it's heating the bottom of the pot more evenly, so it's getting us a boiler fast time. So it's not a slower heat like I was thinking, it's actually a more intense heat. But that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's, you know, I said that's just another part of versatility to this little stove system, is you do have options with it. Stand my little thing up, so we're gonna let that keep going. My little injector needle thing here, y'all, I know y'all have seen these. They call them Cajun injectors. It comes with a needle with a barb on it with a bunch of ports. The needle stores inside of the housing like that, so you can take it with you. You don't have to worry about going out. What I did was just cut the end of that off with my multi-tool and flattened it so that it's a little flat. It screws right on there, and you can suck a little bit of alcohol up in here. And let's see if we can do this without, let's see which way it's going to spray first. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I can add alcohol to this thing all day long. This little needle takes up no room in my kit. And, you know, it's going to have a little fire coming on it when it's coming out, but, you know, not enough. There's no way for the fire to back up into this explosively because it's all airtight and sealed. So all I've got to do, if I want to cook something that's going to take a while, all I've got to do is put my alcohol in here and just squirt it on in there, just like with the bongos and stuff like that, until I see the wick actually shining, and I'm good to go. So as long as I have alcohol that I can keep pouring in my, or shooting into my little felt there, I can keep right on cooking along all day long. Cook multiple meals, cook a bigger meal if you got a little bit bigger pot than that, like my Goodwill pot. It holds 4 cups of water. So if I'm out with a group, the burn time, you know, is there to get the water boiling, and obviously there's enough heat there to boil. So I think that's going to be pretty awesome right there. Like I said, this is it's not doing a low heat like I wanted, so that I can cook things, you know, like pancakes and stuff. I'll have to raise the pot up or make my simmer ring, which I'll show you in a video here in a few minutes. See if the simmer ring helps it control the heat some, but that's going to work out pretty awesome. There ain't no sense in me doing a how long is it going to burn thing, because it's going to keep burning as long as I keep pouring alcohol in it. And you can see, I mean, it's going steady strong. The carbon fiber will last indefinitely. So that's going to be the ticket right there. And like I said, this little needle, you can pick these up, especially around Thanksgiving. They'll sell these in the grocery stores. You can usually buy them separate, or you can buy them with the marinades. They come strapped to the bottle. Separately, you can get them for $2, $3 a piece sometimes. Probably holds about 6 tablespoons of fuel, so I mean, you could fill this up and just keep going and going and going and going and going. You know, cook for an hour on that thing with this syringe just about. So I got these from Tractor Supply Company for $1 a piece right around Thanksgiving. I went ahead and picked up a few of them, because after I use them a few times, I don't like to reuse them. I don't trust cleaning them and all that. I'm afraid bacteria might be up in there, but using it for alcohol ain't that big of a deal. And if the little rubber seal starts wearing out, just a little bit of your Carmex lip balm or Vaseline or something on it'll, you know, fix that right up for you. So that's it, y'all. My endless supply of fuel for my carbon felt. So just another thing about the Vargo stove that makes it hands down above all other alcohol stoves that I've tried. And believe me, I've got a ton of them that I've tried. Brother sent me one the other day. We did a little trade, and he sent me a few little extras. I think this was called the Magic Mouse. This is one of Tinny's from Mini Build Designs. You can you know, pull this up and cover the jets up, and the flame will come out just right here, and you'll have a little pot stand with it, or you can set the pot directly on it. I may do a little burn test on this one in just a minute, see how it works, and see how it holds up and everything. But I like it. He sent me that as part of a little trade we'll work out. I got a package in the mail for him now, and I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. You know, it's a Tinny stove. I wanted one. I didn't want to buy one from Tinny because I make my own, but I got a Tinny stove now, so I can say I've got that. But that's it, y'all. Let me get this water off of here, blow that out. The other thing about this carbon felt is, now I've blown it out, there's still plenty of alcohol in there, but when I put this little lid on it, the alcohol is going to stay in there. Of course, if I wait till it cool down, I can do it a little bit better, but the alcohol is going to stay inside that. I don't have to worry about it coming out and, you know, pouring all over my pack. It can still ooze out a little bit, but it's a little bit better than just having loose alcohol in there. And if I had any alcohol that I needed to pour out of this, it ain't coming out. So I mean, the alcohol's in there. You can blow it out, change pots or whatever you're going to do, light it right back up, go right back to cooking with it. So, and that titanium, it cools down pretty fast, y'all. I mean, you can see I just cut it off and I can handle it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not cold, but I mean, you can move it around and handle it if you need to. So, tell you what, let me get this set up, and we'll see how the Mighty Mouse works with my Vargo pot, because that's just another option. If I wanted to go really lightweight, I could put this inside my pot with a bottle of alcohol. And I'll be back with you in a minute.